Hello, I'm now going to have a quickie with Nigel Farage. That's because I saw a tweet of his here. 5 years ago today, the British people rejected the establishment and voted for independence. It should become a national holiday, our Independence Day. Well, look, I think Nigel Farage is a wonderful, marvellous person, a brave man, one of the bravest, and a strong man. But I disagree with his idea here. Brits were always independent, Nigel. It was just that our governments didn't realise it, with the exception of Margaret Thatcher. Of course, she understood what the British people were all about, as did you, by the way. You could say that Thatcher was our Trump. She was the outsider and she pushed through stuff that they didn't like. And what happened to her? Well, the establishment overthrew her. They thought they'd won. But for all that, the establishment wore itself out, and the principles that Thatcher had established, they returned, didn't they? You should remember that. I think I'm going to make another video specifically, but yeah, okay. I think I'm going to make another video about this, but just remember, Thatcher won. She may not have realised she won because she died before it happened, but she won. And she won because she had the pulse of the British public. Anyway, I'd be up for a day honouring not Independence Day, but Nigel Farage, because he almost single-handedly brought together all the feelings of the British public and forced the issue. Without him, we'd still be paying through the nose to have French bureaucrats telling us what to do. French and German bureaucrats. I mean, let's forget this Belgium nonsense. They talk about Brussels bureaucrats. It's not Belgium. It's the French and the Germans, wherever they set up their ostensible capital. I was actually just about to say that we should raise a statue to Farage, but well, we all know what happens to statues, don't we? I'll think about that. But just like he held out hope for British sovereignty, so we can hold out hope for British sense as well when it comes to things like throwing statues down. During the upheaval of the 17th century, when Puritans went round smashing medieval church windows and taking apart and trashing tombs commemorating Catholic knights, we lost a lot. We really lost a lot of our history there. But we also learnt, because Britain and England in particular developed a horror thereafter of such iconoclasms. It's coming back a bit now, brought by people who don't know any history, but, well, the first step to a cure is identification of what's wrong, isn't it? So that's one bit of identification. We have to know more about our own history, and perhaps people are starting to realise that. I think they are. Whatever, I'd be up for a Nigel Farage day. Oh yeah, and yeah, even a statue. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo, with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com, and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.